So do you know that end scene, like the last panel where the Eren bird came and the series ended? Actually, fuck you, because really, she wore that scarf in the next panels. She brings her husband, who is probably Jean, with a kid to visit Eren's grave. Imagine being Jean here. You have a wife, you are settled down, and she says, let me bring you to my dead lover's grave. The one who massacred 80% of the population. Yeah, that one. And so she's still wearing his scarf. Imagine this, Jean's having sex with Mikasa, right? And she says, oh yeah, let me call you Eren. Oh yeah, I'll wrap that scarf around you as many times as you want when you go down on me. That's what sex with her is gonna be like when you're Jean. There is a scene. She is like 80 years old. She is still wearing the scarf, that same scarf. She is like 80. She is literally in her goddamn grave, in a wheelchair, wearing that scarf. She has 3 generations of family there at the tree, okay? And she's still wearing that fucking scarf. It gets worse though, because if you didn't think it get worse, it does. The worst part is, let's take a look at the goals established throughout the entirety of the story. Eren's main goal is to eradicate all the Titans, which in 139, he did, right? In some magical fucking Halu-chan shit, suddenly the Titan power's gone. That was fine. That's fine. That's cool, right? I'm happy with that. Good for him. The second goal was to protect Paradis from all the rest of the world, and that's what 80% of the population was massacred for. However, according to these leaks and what has been shown, what actually happens is that Paradis is destroyed, which, well, sucks for Eren, because that's one of his goals that didn't happen, that we thought would happen. The second and biggest one is that the grave where Eren is at, it turns into another Ymir tree, and then Boruto, Next Generations, comes and sees the tree, which means the power of the Titans is back, okay? Titans are back. So not only did Eren not get the puss, he didn't protect the island, but most of all, Titans are back, and we set up Boruto the Next Generation for Attack on Titan. To top this all off, at the end of all these pages, there is a scene, an alternative universe scene, where Mikasa, Armin, and Eren are at the theater. They finish watching their movie, and they talk about how amazing the ending of it was, and a meta commentary on how the ending of Attack on Titan was fantastic. And at one point they literally say, don't pay attention to the discussion boards, because they're just the voices in the dark or some shit like that. And it's literally saying, these people overanalyzed my story and are idiots. Don't pay attention to them, because my amazing writing here, where everything I write is basically retconned, is the best. And any discussion interpretation, yeah, don't listen to them. Amazing writing. Really, when you think about it, Attack on Titan's revised ending is just a meta commentary on Isayama and the story itself, right? After the last chapter, half people were like, oh, this ending's amazing. The other half were like, oh, this is dog shit. And so there's this division. It's kind of like the Marleyans and the Eldians, right? But here's the thing. Eren attacking Marley represented 139, where the fanbase is divided. But then the rumbling is the revised pages here. Think about it. With the revised ending, Isayama has become Eren, and the fanbase has become the Alliance. The unification of the fanbase and believing that the ending is dog shit. Fanbases need a devil to rise above their humanity and truly unify them in realizing when a story is shit. This ending has looped around so hard. 139 was bad, but with these revised pages, it is looped so hard around that it somehow has become a masterpiece. Attack on Titan has become peak fiction, simply by virtue of how dog shit this ending is, and I'm all for it. Isayama has become our devil.
Zekken has come out with some leaks, and the leaks are hilarious. For me, who somebody hated the ending, dude, I cannot stop laughing. If you loved the ending, if you thought okay with it, it's gonna be worse for you. So some of the leaks include Mikasa visits Eren's grave with her husband and child, and the husband kind of looks like Jean from the back. So if you were a Mikasa Eren shipper, if you believed in eternal true love, looks like Mikasa Jean is a thing. But that's not even the best part. That's not even the best part. I personally think Eren was retconned by the end. Everything just did not make sense. His entire character was the 180. Basically, you have to go against his inner monologue for 139 Eren to make sense. But, you know, people who love the ending are just like, no, this was who he was all the time. He left the world for Armin to save Paradise and bring peace. Well, let me tell you, Paradise Island was destroyed because of the war, but the power of Titans did not disappear. So everybody who hated the ending, who said Eren went against this character, that he did not secure Paradise's future, that he did not save his people, yada yada yada, well, we were right. Apparently, it is canon that Paradise Island is destroyed. The power of giants did not disappear. do? What did the Alliance do? Did it? What? This Attack on Titan is the gift that keeps on giving. Dude, this is parody. This is Parody Island. This is my comedy. Oh, whatever. Oh my god. Dude, if the Titan powers did not get... If they didn't disappear, Eren didn't achieve anything. Paradise destroyed. The Titan powers still exist. Mikasa, what's it called? The Alliance failed, obviously. If the Paradise destroyed, it means the peace talks failed. If Titan powers didn't disappear, it means Eren failed. And if Mikasa, has a kid with a Jean, well, dude, if you love the ending, Isayama came up to you and just bent down over you and took a giant shit in your mouth. If you spent the last month defending the ending... Oh my god, this is hilarious. Dude, this is peak comedy. I'm having the time of my life. I didn't even know how it could get worse. I mean, for me, it's just better, because I don't care. It's just funny. But it's like, to think it could possibly get worse for the people who actually enjoyed it, who were shipping Eren Mikasa, and had that scene with the bird, Eren as a bird, and like, guys, eternal love, blah, blah, blah. The Alliance, they're gonna achieve peace, and Eren's sacrifice was worth it. It makes...
I didn't expect to make this video. Didn't think I'd do it. Everything I said about Hajime Isayama, I take it back. He's an absolute mad lad. He's a legend. He just saved the series. I have to do a video on this because he won't let it die either. So if he's not going to let it die, I shouldn't be enabling this behavior, should I? So the final chapter of Attack on Titan came out 2 months ago. There's been some backlash, but there were a lot of people, the chapter 139 apologists, who refuse to see that it's objectively inconsistent and shoddy writing. They refuse to see it. I played nicely in that last video. The apologists refused to see it. Would even say how they enjoyed the chapter and happy in ending and whatever. So Isayama clearly wasn't satisfied with this. So he released an extra 8 pages that's going to come out with the final volume to ruin it for even the apologists. Quite frankly, I'm happy about that. Good. I'm glad your ending got ruined by the 8 extra pages he added. Let's go through. What did he add? Mikasa sees Ymir. At this point, Mikasa was the true main character of Attack on Titan, just so you're all caught up. Your love must have felt like a never-ending nightmare. All the lives that were taken can never be regained, but it's only because you brought your children into this world that I stand here today. So 2,000 years of torment, brutality, millions of people probably cumulatively killing each other. All right, no big deal, I guess, because, well, I'm here. This conversation with Ymir adds nothing, solves nothing, means nothing, entirely redundant. He could have tried to tie up some plot holes with the 8 extra pages, but no, I'm just gonna add in a bunch of nothing. This Ymir doesn't even speak. Useless. The final pages that he added have no dialogue. That's amazing. No dialogue in an epilogue. It's Mikasa and is this Jean? Good for her. They've got a baby and they're laying flowers at Eren's grave, and Eren's grave tree has turned into a bigger tree, and now Mikasa is an old woman with her family, bringing them for the annual can we go see Eren's grave. Imagine being Jean and you've been... I mean, we're just running on the assumption this could be the farmer that fucked Historia. Who knows? But imagine being Jean and being ignored by this girl for years, and then she finally decides to settle for you because her one true love dies after killing 80% of humanity, and every year she drags you to go visit his grave. What a simp. There is Mikasa in her deathbed, still wearing that scarf. How it's held up after all these years. Maybe the scarf was the true main character of Attack on Titan. And then in the next panel we see some fighter bomber jets just blowing up Paradis, and there's the destruction, but the tree is still standing. So we've had 139 chapters, largely revolving around how Eren can try to save his friends on this island that he's grown up, his home, and it was all for nothing because it gets blown up anyway. Oh, well, at least, Mikasa clearly got to live out a long life, so probably did... Well, there's nothing about Armin in these final chapters, so whatever, and I don't care about him anyway because he sucks. Good job, Armin, sorting out, peace between... See? The apologists that said... Eren's destroyed 80% of the world, so, they're not going to be able to bomb Paradis or retaliate. Ta-da! So, just destruction, leveled completely, and then here's this child with their dog finding the tree. Attack on Titan, the end. So this tree, Ymir enters this tree through this entrance in the tree, falls down, and that's when the parasite, the Halu-chan, attaches itself to Ymir, starting off the, 2,000 year curse, yada yada yada. Eren's head was buried here. Now there's a tree identical to the tree that Ymir fell into. There are some people saying, oh, it's just symbolism. It's not just, yes, it's symbolism, but also it's left open-ended. Izayama could very much, in a few years' time, create Shingeki no Kyojin Next Generation. This directly opens up for a sequel. A young child finding the tree. Oh, it's symbolic for like how the cycle of hate and violence just never ends. What was the point of Attack on Titan? What was the overarching point? Just violence never ends. Did we need 139 chapters of essentially nothing now, seeing as nothing got resolved? From this, I am going to assume that the Titan curse didn't go away. It's still there. It's not just, oh, it's just symbolic because it's symbolic. No, that is the same tree that Ymir fell into, so the curse is still clearly there and people are still blowing each other up. What was the point?
Ladies and gentlemen, the additional pages have officially come out, and wow, we were right all along, everybody. This ending is garbage, confirmed by Isayama himself, and man, this is wow. I mean, of course we were right. We knew we were right. Everyone, protect yourselves, protect your kids, protect your wives, protect your parents, protect your families, because the EM shippers, EM worshippers, they're gonna go on an absolute riot. They've been defending this trash ending 139 with their absolute lives, only for their god Isayama to come out and say, nope, nah, yeah, this ending was trash. You guys are just dumb. You guys are sheep. It's glorious. They were the real deal. No alternate universe, no Eren, Armin, Path's dream. These are absolute 100% real. We're just gonna go through them together. I already read it, but I want to do it with you guys, the people. We had to endure the absolute toxicity from the EM worshippers because the discourse around 139 was so bad. They didn't even care about the story. They only cared about Eren and Mikasa being canon, as evidenced by the reactions from when the leaks came out. Oh, this ending is trash. Eren and Mikasa is not canon anymore. How can Mikasa move on? She's a hoe. John, Eren died for nothing. Oh my god, they're so mad right now. They're so mad right now. All the creators who were defending 139, I can't wait to see their reaction to this. So, long intro. We start off with Armin Alarm giving his Talk no Jutsu response. I mean, is it really Talk no Jutsu anymore? Because 139 defenders were saying, oh, of course the Paradis is not gonna get bombed or destroyed. Armin is gonna talk his way out of it. He's gonna Talk no Jutsu his way out of it. Armin did not talk his way out of it. He did not talk his way out of it. So this is when the additional pages come in. We have Mikasa and Ymir interacting. Just look at this dialogue right here by Mikasa. So it was you, the one viewing the world through my eyes all this time. Now again, this is a rough translation. This isn't like the official thing that came out, but I've seen other translations where Mikasa says that, oh, it was you like messing with my head, basically indicating that Mikasa's headaches were coming from Ymir. Who knows? You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where the dialogue is going on here because it's dumb. It's dumb. So it was you, the one viewing the world through my eyes all this time. I think your love was that of a long nightmare. The past lives will never return, but thanks to the lives you gave birth to, here I now stand. This is some of the greatest dialogue ever in fiction. We see Ymir thinking, daydreaming of a reality where she never, got in front of the spear that was headed towards King Fritz, and instead she let him die, and she's hugging her daughters, crying. I mean, whatever. Here are these little biscuits from Isayama himself where I dream about never jumping in front of the spear. So, I mean, this does nothing. Again, it's whatever's. It does nothing. It's not like it like brought her character back from absolute trashness. Mikasa says, rest in peace, Ymir. And then Ymir vanishes from her 2,000 years on Earth. Yeah, and then we see Mikasa walking to Paradis. Again, this is the funniest thing ever. Like I said in my past videos, we were made to believe that Mikasa just took Eren's head from that island all the way back to Paradis, meaning she had to cross an entire ocean with a decapitated head. How? I don't know. But okay, whatever. So then with the additional pages, we have Mikasa, her husband, and her child at Eren's grave. Now, whether it's John himself, I don't even know. It doesn't even matter anymore. Bro, it could be Connie. It could be Connie. Or it could be the farmer. It looks like John. It's John's hair. It's John. It's John. It's not confirmed, but whatever. So she moves on. Oh my god. The Eren Mikasa worshippers are gonna riot over this. All of them with the wheelchair right here and the tree. And the Eren Mikasa worshippers were just going crazy. They were having a complete nuclear meltdown. They were at DEFCON 5 over when it was like still leaked. But now that this is official, wow. So yeah, we see Paradis has modernized. So yeah, Mikasa's old. She has like a crane. And then this panel is Mikasa dying, wearing that raggedy ass scarf that hasn't been washed since she was 8 years old. But okay. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that I have been waiting for. Ever since 139 came out, each video I said, Paradis is going to be destroyed. Eren died for nothing. Armin isn't going to talk his way out of it. The outside world still hates Paradis. They hate them even more now that they got 80% of them massacred. But again, I still couldn't comprehend the fact that people actually thought Armin and Paradis were safe. They really thought Armin was going to talk his way out of it. So now we got probably the greatest panel in Attack on Titan. Paradis gets carpet bombed. In this panel where they get carpet bombed, they're like in the 2000s. They got high-rise buildings. They got anti-aircraft artillery. And we see the outside world just going through Paradis and just carpet bombing them. I literally said in my Eren analysis video how 139 ruined Eren's character. I literally said in that video that all the outside world needs to do, get their military infrastructure back in place. And as soon as they do that, they're gonna invade Paradis. They're gonna kill Paradis. And look what we have here. We have like 60, 70 years in the future to the point where now they have stealth bombers carpet bombing Paradis. Armin did not save the day. Eren died for no reason. This panel basically is Isayama confirming that this entire chapter was trash. This is him saying, yeah, you know what, I ruined Attack on Titan, so yeah, we were right all along, everybody. We were right all along. And then we do another mini time skip where Paradis is like so destroyed now that like no, everyone's dead. But then we got what I presume to be Mikasa's child or grandchild. We see them walking through the rubble of Paradis. Everyone's dead. You could just, all the like plant life is taking over. And then yeah, everybody, officially the last page of Attack on Titan, the story that we've been reading since forever, the story that we, you know, cried over, the story we loved, the story we told our friends about, our family members about, the story that we've been engaged with since forever. It ends with this random kid and Old Yeller walking up to the tree where Eren's grave was. Presumably, we're supposed to believe that he goes into that tree and gets the hallucinogenia, starting Titans again. I've seen like rumors saying that this is like hinting at a sequel. So presumably this kid is gonna go into that, meet up with hallucinogenia. This kid is gonna be the new god of the new Emir making Titans, and presumably he's gonna go and destroy the outside world. Who knows if the sequel is gonna come out, if that's actually true, or if it's just rumors or not. But yeah, that's how Attack on Titan ends. This is how Eren Yeager's story ends, with the random kid walking him to his grave. I mean, just look at the panel where Paradis gets carpet bombed. This is the greatest panel in Attack on Titan. Forget about the panel where Commander Erwin is standing on those bodies. Forget the panel where Eren is in his father's ear telling him to kill the Reese family. Forget the panel where Eren frees Amir in 122. And you know what? Remember that Freedom panel? Well, the panel that people were saying is the greatest shonen panel ever? Yeah, no, not anymore. Because this panel where Paradis is getting carpet bombed is not only the greatest panel in shonen, it's just the greatest panel in manga ever. I'm gonna give him credit for it. I'm gonna give him some respect for it. At least he's admitting that, you know what? My ending was trash. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna just destroy the whole story. Literally destroy the whole story. He literally showed Paradis getting carpet bombed.
The leaks have been confirmed to be real. The leaks that were released this past week of the extra 8 pages of Attack on Titan chapter 139 that will be included in the upcoming volume 34 by Isayama the man himself. And it's unbelievable. The leaks were unbelievable from the beginning. Nobody believed them, but now there's no way to deny them. They're actually factually real. So let's go ahead and take a look at these leaks first, and then I'll tell you how I feel about them. So first leak, Mikasa, man. Canon. This is Jean and Mikasa. Let's zoom in on that. Jean and Mikasa's baby. All real. Jean and Mikasa. Jean the horse god. The stallion himself piped it down, man. He piped it down. He piped down Eren's girl. He piped down Eren's girl, and he's at the funeral. Not the funeral, the resting place. Like, oh, leave him a flower, babe. Now let's go home and make another baby. He piped her down. It's officially true. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. A family reunion. This is Grandma Mikasa right there. Grandma Mikasa being walked over by probably Grandpa Jean, you know, and her whole family generation to come and thank the genocider Eren Yeager. That's why they're going there. Her whole family. Imagine coming for generations to say thank you for killing all those people, my good friend. Generations. Are you for real? I can see if it was just her. I can see if it was just her and Armin. But she got generations? They don't even question. They're just like, yeah, who is this guy to you? What did he do, Grandma? Well, sit down, granddaughter. Let me tell you a story. So this is what happened. See, there were people over there who hated us. and he had the power of a Titan. What's a Titan, Grandma? Well, a Titan is a giant mystical creature. Okay, Grandma, what's a Titan got to do with this? Well, he could turn into one whenever he wanted to. And he was a special Titan because there were walls around here at one point that were keeping us all trapped. And he was able to use the Titans to go out and kill every human outside the world, but only up to 20% because he wasn't that evil. You know, he was just kind of evil. Let's go to his grave. Okay, Grandma, that sounds like fun. Okay, next leak, just to prove that it's Granny Mikasa, right? Just to prove it, she has the fucking scarf on. She still has the scarf, dude. I feel like at this point, the scarf would have like dematerialized or fell apart. She had to make a new one. This bitch made a new scarf. I'm not falling for it. She went home and she was like, this scarf's getting pretty old. I'm gonna make a new one. I'm not gonna tell nobody though. I'm gonna use the same fabric. I'm not gonna tell nobody. It's the same scarf. Armin's gonna be like, but Mikasa, this clearly is not the same. It's the same scarf, Armin. Shut up. Hey, you say so. Whatever you say, Mikasa. All right, whatever. The parody is destroyed. I don't know, it's just too blurry for me. I can't make out what this is, but it's confirmed that parody was destroyed. Parody is destroyed, not in a vision, but it's actually destroyed. It's actually destroyed in the story. What? So Eren achieved absolutely nothing. Oh wait, no, he did achieve something. Titans are gone, right? Titans are gone, guys. He achieved that. Oh, no, actually, never mind, because there's a Titan, there's a boy who finds a fucking tree in the wreckage of Parody, and the tree grows from the tree where Eren's head was. It's the same tree. It's the same fucking tree that Amir fell into and got the Titan powers. And she let Fritz die because Mikasa convinced her to. So that means that this shit never happened. So Titans never happened, but still, somehow this tree comes back. Somehow. Wow. So Attack on Titan as a story is officially dead. Is officially murdered. It's been officially killed. There's no redeeming it. There's no defending. There was no defending before. There is absolutely no logical defense that can be made for this. In order for this to happen, you had to sacrifice the entire story. Every single character before then sacrificed so this could happen. Eren's entire plan, motivation, sacrifice so this could happen. So Kodansha could keep milking the Attack on Titan brand. So that's what it's been this whole time, guys. None of this made sense to us because we were always missing this final piece. This final piece to the puzzle, and now we have it. The Attack on Titan ending puzzle. There was pieces of why was it garbage? Was Isayama? We tried to put in a piece, was Isayama being forced? Was the editor doing it? The pieces just didn't fit for me. It didn't fit into that last slot. And now I found the last piece. The last piece was greed. That fits perfectly in the slot. It just matches up perfectly. It was greed. That's all it was. All around greed, 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 greed. They didn't want to tell a timeless classic that would be remembered to the end of time, like Akira. They didn't want to do that. No, they wanted a series, a franchise that they could milk to the end of time. They could have your dumbass and my dumbass watching it until the day we die with no reason. No logic, no plot, no moral lesson, no investment, none of that. Just watch it and pay me and buy our merchandise. Sasageo. So people who want to defend Isayama as if he didn't have a say in his story, as if the contract said they could change the story to whatever they want it to be, whenever they want it to be, whenever they want to, they could change it whenever. That's what you're telling me the contract says? They could just change the story at any time, whenever they please? No, dude, he agreed to this. He agreed to this. They probably pay him how much he making the whole series just to change it to this garbage. Greed. Greed from Isayama, greed from Kodansha. Greed. He can't come out and say, oh, I didn't write this shit, or I didn't want it to be this way. This wasn't my original ending. He can't say that because then it's gonna take away from the brand name of Attack on Titan to the fucking sheeps who actually think that this was the intended ending of Attack on Titan. You have to keep the brand name. That's all this is about. Making sure that name stays relevant. Making sure that name continues on so they can continue to make profit off of it. And idiots will still read it because it says Attack on Titan on the title. This series is dead. You guys really think we're getting an anime open ending now? An anime only ending now? You really think so? There's no fucking way they're gonna make that because they don't care. This is proof. They don't give a fuck. The only thing they want is money. So they're gonna make the same goddamn ending and say, yup, guys, wait until the new one. You never know what's gonna happen. There's a whole new story now, new characters that could turn into Titans. It's just so sad, man. It's so sad. It's so sad to see a series like Attack on Titan get literally destroyed by greed, corporate greed. That's all it is. I thought maybe Attack on Titan would be different. But I guess I was wrong. I guess corporate greed wins again. It's actually insane. Now, the last thing I want to come at, the last people I want to come at is the defenders of this, the defenders of the ending of Attack on Titan, the original 139, and anyone who defends it now. So you understood that this was going to happen. You understood that this story was going to lead to a tree that Eren's head was planted near to grow into another tree that another character in the future could fall into, so he would become a Titan and then redo the Titan curse all over again. That's what you thought the story was leading towards? That's really what you thought? That was really the ending that you saw coming? You fucking absolute jackass. You really thought that this was what Attack on Titan was about? Attack on Titan wasn't about telling a finite story with strong characters, motivations, plot developments, plot twists, reasoning, logic, a story about humanity, what it means to be free, what it means to sacrifice, what it means to push too far, what it means to do whatever it takes. That's not what Attack on Titan was about all along. It was just about a cycle that never ends. It was just about having no reason to do anything at all. Eren did everything in this story for nothing. There's not one thing he achieved. Unbelievable. I would have been able to accept it if it was just Isayama just fucked up. People fuck up. I'll be mad, but people fuck up. But this right here, this ain't a fuck up. This is intentional. This is an intentional fuck you by everyone involved, including Isayama. Isayama is saying fuck you. Every one of the people out here who enjoy his story, every one of the people who loved it, every one of the people who shared it, every one of the people who were excited and anticipated to see it end, this is his fuck you. I want my money. You already made millions. You sold out your life's work, Isayama. You sold out your life's work. How much did they pay you where it was worth it? Can't put a price on timeless. Can't put a price on that.